Treasurer Navarre.
Here.
Parliamentarian Seeley.
Here.
Senator Adebayo.
Here.
Senator Adeshola. Senator Balaji. Senator Baker.
Here.
Senator Bell. Senator Cantu. Senator Castellanos.
Here.
Senator Dockery. Senator Dyson.
I can't see.
Senator Franklin.
Here.
Senator Guy. Senator Hart.
Here.
Senator Huck. Senator Jawad.
Here.
Senator Joby.
Here.
Senator Johnson. Senator Kosich. Senator McDaniel.
Here.
Senator McLeod.
Here.
Senator Meredith.
Here.
Senator Mosley.
Here.
Senator Frady.
Here.
Senator Nagarajan. Senator Novak. Senator Ogle.
Here.
Senator Ramirez.
Yep.
Senator Rivera.
Here.
Senator Rogers.
Here.
Senator Ross. Senator Saad.
Here.
Senator Severin. Senator Shaka.
Here.
Senator Tan.
Here.
Senator Thomas.
Here.
Senator Zorlin.
Thank you. All right. All in favor of approving last week's minutes, say aye.
Aye.
All those who oppose? Any abstentions? Okay, last week's minutes have been approved. Do we have anyone here for open forum? Okay. Do we have anyone here for speakers podium? All right. Hey guys, thank you so much for coming to our very last meeting this semester. I know it's finals week this week and next week and things are hectic, but thank you again for coming. To start off with, the committee that created the President's Council will be meeting tomorrow at 3 p.m. So I hope to give you guys an update next semester during our first meeting. And second of all, as SGA president, I have taken on the initiative to draft a proposal on having a daycare on campus. So I will be presenting that during new business, just heads up. Any questions? Okay, Vice President Templeman.
I spent a large portion of my time this week doing stuff for the Student Fee Advisory Committee. We met this week and we'll meet again next week, going over some proposals for one-time funds. That's been very interesting, and I'll be hoping to look over all of the different proposals over the next week and have that all done for our next meeting.
Any questions for Vice President Templeman? Secretary Martin?
I just wanted to mention that for next semester, if you have a certain amount of absences, say you have 1 or 2 absences, they don't roll over to the next semester. So you do start out with a clean slate. But if you are under judicial review or you're up for judicial review, you do still have to go through with that before next semester starts or once next semester starts. So if you're under that, be aware that that doesn't go away for next semester. But if you have 1 or 2 absences, those go away before the next semester. So just be aware of that. That's
Any questions for Secretary Martin? Treasurer Navarre?
I've also been working on some student fee stuff this week. It was a long meeting, but it was very productive. I think us as students got an insight on kind of how the committee works, and I look forward to see what the committee decides to do with the one-time request next week. Other than that, I've been working on SGA stuff, and that's it.
Any questions for Treasurer Navarre? Parliamentarian Seeley?
Hey guys, I hope everyone's having a great week, and I think I don't have anything super, no. We're just going to be doing a reflection at the end of new business, and so everyone be ready to kind of talk about what we've got going on this year. That's what that's for, and everyone take care of yourselves during finals week, mentally and physically, and have a great semester.
Perfect. Any questions for Parliamentarian Seeley? All right. Student voice reports, College of Business and Technology.
I had a few complaints about people. They want more offerings for class time instead of like just, one section per class. But I mean, it just depends on enrollment and stuff. And I don't think we have enough professors to accommodate that. And also, people were excited about the new business building. And then with that, they've kind of complained about our current business building being kind of run down. But I let them know that once part of the new business building opens, that we will begin remodeling the older business building. So that doesn't affect a bunch of the students though right now. So that's pretty much all I have.
Right, awesome. I know there's been a lot of talk about classes not being offered several times during the week. So Joshua, do you know who she could possibly contact for that?
I think the registrar office would be a good start to figure out why classes are not being offered. It could be having a classroom space, it could be faculty members, Sonia, morale, things like that.
Definitely look into that and let us know next semester.
Okay.
Thanks. Anything else for physics and technology? Okay. College of Nursing.
We had complaints on like advisors not really getting back to our students and things, and like, well, students aren't getting like into classes like wanting, and like things aren't being like clarified with advisors, and if we look email it back to our advisors, back with them like.
Okay.
And then people complain about, like, obviously money is a big deal with things, but like we have our tuition and then we have things on top of that because it's like nursing classes. And then on top of that, our like package of books is like $710. And on top of that, they make us go buy our scrubs and everything. So like, people were wondering if like things were possible to do like a package deal where like all of that is like the tuition, or like they give us our first pair of scrubs or something like this, because it's like maybe a reward.
And along with that, we have to get all of our immunizations and get background check. And like, there's just a list of things. So like everything costs.
Or like maybe like maybe like a scholarship thing with that, or like something where we be like granted, because it's like scrubs. If you get 2 pairs of scrubs, I know like I bought 2 tops, a bottom, and this little like scissors packet, and mine was like $5. And then I'm paying $710 for my books. And then I'm only using the books one time. So then I gotta do $700 for all my semesters on top of my tuition.
Okay.
It gets.
Have you tried contacting the Dean of Nursing and talk to
Emailed
him?
Emailed him, and I've gone by the office and
It was never there.
Really?
and
Sorry, one second. Dr. Patterson, do you have any ideas of what they could do for that?
The one that sees the dean is just like they would. I don't know why you can't track it there.
Yeah. I found one time.
I'll be glad to help us. We'll see.
Senator Mosley?
I had to get in contact with his secretary.
Thank you. Any other concerns? Okay. And then last but not least, Patriot Village.
Well, I had 2 big main issues. The first one was trash issues and people throwing trash down from the higher up apartments. And I talked to people in the office, the clubhouse, about, they said they've been cracking down on it, but I talked to them about maybe getting more dumpsters, because we have 3 levels and 2 buildings with, I don't know how many apartments, but there's a lot. And we only have 2 dumpsters at the corner, and I don't think it's convenient for a lot of people higher up. And secondly, there's camera issues with the lack of security cameras. I was informed that there was a hit and run this week at Patriot Village, and because we didn't have any cameras where it happened, authorities can't really find out who did it easily. So I was informed also there are only 2 cameras located in the entire complex, and so I think that we definitely need more cameras to improve safety and this insecurity for the people that live there. And that's all I have.
Thank you. And have you tried contacting the residence coordinator for that, for either of those, for all of the problems? And what do they say about the cameras?
Well, for the camera, she says she's trying to talk to, but it's somebody that helps them, like, that can build the things. I don't know who they are, but she says she's been trying to talk to him about that, but she thinks, I told her I could bring up with SGA, that maybe we can get more people involved and aware of the issue. And with the trash, she hasn't thought of that before, but I discussed that with her.
Okay, thank you. Committee report, student life?
We spent most of our time planning all of the lovely things that you see over there on that table. So that is what we talked about and prepared. We will not be meeting this next time because I'm going to be going over some of the ideas for events over Christmas break, and we will hit the ground running with those new events next time.
Sounds good. Communications committee?
We did not end up meeting this week just due to like scheduling issues. So
Okay. SJC?
We met with one group this week. The ASME at UT Tyler requested $500 of funds for a 3D printer. And this is the second time meeting with them. And we ended up approving the $500 for the 3D printer. And then Turning Point USA, we declined to review their request because it was withdrawn and then resubmitted past the due date. So we did not end up talking to them about the request.
Okay. Thank you. Rules committee?
We did not meet this week because we didn't feel it would be productive to start with the Constitution because that's a huge task, and we will start with reviewing and amending the Constitution in the spring.
Alrighty. Student affairs?
Nothing to report. Good luck at finals and have a good Merry Christmas.
Thank you. And unfortunately, one of our senators, Earl Allen, resigned, and he was the chair of Residential Life. So who was, Chris, are you in that?
I'm the only one person here.
Do you want to speak on behalf of Residential Life?
Yeah, we did not meet.
Sounds good, thanks. Old business. Do we have anything under old business? Senator Rogers?
Motion to discuss school spirits and traditions.
Second. Okay, all in favor of discussing school spirit, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, discussion is now on table.
Okay, what I'd like to know for next semester, I am going to be the student affairs chair, is what I can do to help facilitate more school spirit and more traditions at this school, which is sorely lacking. If I need to do a survey or if I need to do a proposal, I'd like to know some ideas that could benefit not only us at the SGA, but the whole school. So if you have any ideas, please speak up.
Vice President Templeman?
I've been actually appointed to a committee that's supposed to look into that type of issues. We meet on Friday. So I can relay some information that gets... Oh, you're going to be there on Friday too? Okay, good. So I would probably suggest that we form some type of survey that talks about, what events do you attend, whether they're, break those down into categories: athletic, student organization events versus student life events, and figure out what people are attending so that we can probably focus more on getting people to be active. I feel like the more active somebody is on campus, the more they care about it. And if we can find places where people are most active, we can funnel people towards those activities.
Parliamentarian Seeley?
I think it's worth looking into schools of similar to our size and look at their activities calendars and things like that, because I know our calendar is online, anyone can look at it. So like mimicking things that like A&M and UT Austin do that are really big into school spirit that people admire is not going to work because we're too small. But if we can model a successful school similar to our size in an activity or a tradition that they have, maybe it can start something here because clearly it works. I just think it's worth looking into, and if you need me, I can help. I would like to.
Senator Zerlin?
Piggybacking on that statement, not just size, but also the same age as us, because I know Williams College, Massachusetts, they were founded in like 1780 something, and they're around the same size as us. So it makes sense that a school that's been around since the 1700s has a lot of traditions, whereas a school that's founded in the 70s might not have some of this. So size and I guess age.
Okay, thank you. Any other discussion? Senator Rogers?
Motion to just close discussion. Second.
All in favor of closing discussion, say aye. Aye. All those who oppose? Any abstentions? Okay, discussion has been closed over school spirit. Any other old business? Okay, new business. Can I entertain a motion to open up discussion and present over daycare proposal?
Motion to
Sorry, Senator Zerlin.
motion to discuss the daycare proposal.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of opening discussion and present, or the proposal of daycare proposal, say aye.
Aye.
All those who oppose? Any abstentions? Okay, discussion has been open, and at this time, I am giving Vice President Templeman my chair position for 2 minutes. Alrighty, hey, so the past 2 semesters, I have been looking into getting a daycare on campus. Is it all Z?
Control plus.
I have taken on the initiative to try to get a child care facility on campus. So that being said, here is.
Close that out, my box.
Okay. So this is just a rough draft. So the whole point of this is I'd like to start a committee. With your permission, I'd like an endorsement from SGA. So I will read this, and then we can discuss afterwards. The University of Texas at Tyler is exponentially growing each year, reaching a record number of students during the 2016-2017 academic year. This growth does not consist of just students, but faculty and staff as well. This increase in population brings new challenges for the college. One such challenge is an increasing number of people on campus who are working hard to balance work and family. Tyler does not have several licensed daycare facilities. With this being said, the University of Texas at Tyler being a commuter school, majority of the students do not have the time or access to drop their children off at a daycare prior to attending the university. Out of the 8 main University of Texas schools, 7 have an on-campus childcare facility. This document is meant to open up a discussion about how our college may offer new support for its faculty, staff, and students with small children. So option number 1, faculty, staff, and students all seem to be very supportive of this initiative. An option for the service is to start a daycare brought up by the university itself. Unfortunately, financial stability and necessary insurance and license requirements would have an overbearing effect on the campus. A solution to the problem is to invite a third-party business to run a daycare facility in the college-provided building. The third-party agency would provide the necessary insurance and license requirements needed to run the business. The college would have control over the business. The daycare would provide a structured, nurturing environment for infant to preschool-age children of faculty, staff, and students, as well as a practical, hands-on learning environment for students interested in early childhood development. The center would be supported financially by the families involved in collaborative effort between the college, education department, students, and outside agency. Currently, potential sites on campus are being scouted. Please note that University of Texas at Dallas, University of Texas at Arlington, and El Paso are all partnered with a third-party business. Benefits to the college. For faculty, staff, and students with children who use the daycare, this would benefit having a safe daycare facility on campus, would alleviate a major stress on the lives of the parents. The parents be able to check on their child during the day, decrease commute time if the daycare is on campus. If the college daycare were required to be open for each day the college conducts classes, the parents would be assured daycare for their children even for days when public daycares close for holidays and inclement weather. Interested parents would have an input into the physical facility, curriculum, and staff as this new program is developed, less absenteeism, increased job satisfaction, and increased productivity. Now for the students, there would be less disruption in academic buildings from visiting children of faculty and staff, an opportunity for experiential learning in the field of early childhood education, an opportunity for service learning, certifications, internships, and employment, a chance for students to see a model for balancing work and family, and an increase in the hours faculty and staff are available on campus. And last but not least, how this benefits the college as a whole, recruitment and retention of faculty, staff, and students with small children, recruitment tool for admissions office with students interested in early childhood development. The education department would have a working laboratory for instruction and will hopefully have a working laboratory for instruction, observation of early childhood education, meeting requirements for accreditation. Other classes such as psychology and education could also benefit. family involvement and enhanced connection, loyalty to UT Tyler, less absenteeism, increased employee satisfaction, increased productivity, allows to fulfill two of Chancellor McRaven's quantum leaps, the Texas Prospect Initiative and leading the brain health revolution, and acts as a branding mechanism for the children who use the child care facility. This next part is just for the faculty. But with this being said, I was wondering, do you guys have any questions for me or any comments or concerns over having a daycare on campus?
How will this be funded? Through an additional fee or through the school?
So right now it's not completely certain. This is a rough draft. Hopefully to start it up, we get funding from the school, but I would like to have maybe, you know, through student fees in the future, have funding through that.
Senator Rivera.
So I think it's a great idea. My only concern is we are an open carry campus now. And so like I know the state came to look at like the HPC, like you know, like I worked there, whatever. During the summer is when it happened. How does that kind of fit into? Do you like know how that would work for an open carry campus where this would happen? I mean, that's you're gonna have if this does happen, you're gonna have 50, 100, whatever amount of kids here. How have you thought of that?
Actually, no, that's a great point you bring up. I actually don't know what the other UT schools do.
Okay.
I will definitely have to look into that. Dr. Patterson, do you know if we can make that child care facility just that alone a gun-free zone kind of thing, or does that have to be?
It would have to.
Okay. Well, as in like, does it have to go through? It would just automatic. Okay.
So, sorry.
Yes.
My next question would be: in whatever building would that be? Would that apply to the whole building then, or how would that work?
Good question. I would assume it would just be a child care facility.
So it would be a separate building.
I don't know if it would be a separate building, but that room would be gun-free.
Senator Baker.
You said that you would consider having a third party come in to pay for licensing, but that the university would still be in charge of it. How would that work?
So the university would oversee everything. The child care provider, whatever it be, YMCA, would come in and set up and help out, but overall it would be the university's overwatching the whole thing. Makes sense? No.
Like, what I mean is, if you're going to have somebody come in, and they were going to be willing to pay, then they're going to want to be able to be in charge. They're not going to want to like then come in and not be able to do things their way. You know what I mean?
What I know, okay, so for UT Dallas, they have the International Women's Program or something conducting the daycare, and that's not on campus. It's a different, so I don't know how that would work because then they have full charge. But if it's on campus, I would have to look into that. Again, this is just in the works, so I'm not fully aware of everything. You can't speak because you're the chair.
Senator Zerlin.
Back to Senator Riviera's question. I think if we were to do the thing on campus, it couldn't just be a room. It would have to be at least the room and hallways, because anywhere that you can reasonably expect the kids to be going. So that could be room, hallways, bathrooms, all that stuff. So that should be something we consider when looking at a space, because we have to find somewhere that we can manage that while not infringing on the rights of the state for concealed carry.
Thank you.
Senator Ramirez.
Would it be along the same lines of what we have going on with Stexa right now, of having a contract where they still run food, but because they are renting the space, basically, they have to follow our guidelines, but they're still like providing the service necessarily?
Yeah, I could see that being compared to Sodexo. Again, I have to look into it more. I haven't talked to any third-party companies yet. I know there's one or two in Tyler who might be willing to partner with us, so that is something I will definitely have to ask them when I call them.
Senator Mosley.
Is there a space in mind that you would like to see this daycare put, or is there a building planning?
So at the moment, sort of. So I talked to Dr. Mabry about this, and he brought up the point that there is a church near the reserves that would possibly be able to host this daycare, but on campus we are pretty tight on space. So I don't know about space yet. I knew that question would be asked. But I think if this is something that's really that, everyone's invested in, I think we can find space for it.
Senator Joe?
Do you have any idea how many faculty members and students have small children?
So my next step was actually to send out a Qualtrics survey to everyone after getting SGA endorsement. So no, I don't know yet.
Treasurer Navarre.
So basically, are you looking for us to endorse you on the idea of having a daycare on campus or the proposal specifically?
The idea of having a daycare on campus. The proposal is there just as a background information for you guys. It's not even finalized yet. So just the idea for you to move forward with making a committee and sending a Qualtrics survey. If I have at least SGA's endorsement, then it would look really good when I move on forward.
Senator Zorlin.
Motion to vote on the endorsement of.
Need to amend that so that we close discussion first.
Motion to close discussion.
Second.
And wait,
All in favor to close discussion?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Okay.
Motion to endorse daycare proposal.
To vote, to endorse. Okay. Motion. Motion and second has been made to vote on the endorsement of the daycare proposal. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions?
Aye.
Motion is passed.
Okay, so thank you guys. I appreciate your endorsement.
And now at this point, I will resentfully give back the chairmanship of the student government to Jim.
Thank you. All right. Next we have reflection. Can I get a Savannah?
Motion to suspend Robert's Rules of Order for the period of the reflection, and Robert's Rules of Order will resume when the reflection has ended and everyone will return to their seats.
All right, motion to suspend Robert's Rules of Order. Say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, so at this point, anyone is free to talk. I mean, I think I'll have hands. We can have this a little organized. But there's, go ahead.
We're suspending the rules for this time period so that it allows us to get up out of our seats, get food, speak freely. Meeting is open to anyone at this point, so if you're a non-member, you're allowed to speak. So at this point, if y'all guys want to go ahead and get food, and then while everyone's eating, we can go over the actual reflectionary time period that we were talking about. So I'm going to bring over the pizzas and lay them out on this front row so that we can stack them into like the different types of pizza, and then we'll put the plates and stuff over there. So if everyone wants to just line up like in this area, that would be great.
You need help?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Right now, all the Robert's Rules of Order we normally follow are not in effect, so you can kind of do whatever you want. You gotta be back when the reflection period's over. Oh, yeah, you could. Yeah, technically you shouldn't do that, but.
I told them one of them to.
Definitely. Where did you even find these?
So as part of the whole eating thing, we plan to do a reflection. I don't think so. Oh. Do we have to do a second roll call after suspension?
No. Yeah, this is still the meeting. There's just no rules.
There's no recess. It's not recess. Okay.
So it's totally.
Okay. So this is true. As for the whole reflection idea behind this, we wanted to know what you guys think we've done good this semester, any pros, cons, maybe what we can do better as an executive board to help you guys out. So anything, please let us know. This is definitely a time to speak up. Okay.
I think we need to get together outside of these meetings. Maybe not mandatory, but just like put on Blackboard, hey, it's Thursday, $10 unlimited bowling after 10 p.m. Bunch of us in SGA are going.
I'm there like every Thursday.
Yes!
What do you say?
Yeah, there every Thursday. I think something like that. Well, like, because I know when I was a senator,
how many of you guys would be willing to go outside of SGA and hang out and have a social and get to know each other? Because I know other organizations do that. And not just like say you will, but like actually do it. And pay out of pocket. And pay out of pocket.
no. I would.
Okay,
Thank you, resident lumberjack.
I'm down at Sean's now.
You're leaving, Miles.
Miles, you were graduating.
So we'd have like,
I like that.
2 senators show up. You'd have like 4 with that. Okay with that.
I see y'all now.
I live at your house 3 days a week, so
Okay.
It's not 4.
Depending on what's going on the weekend.
Okay. So I have another question for you guys. We're having we've had 3 people resign the past 2 weeks. We're having a couple more people resign, I think next week, if I'm not mistaken. So how do you guys think we can retain all the senators and add more senators in? Because I know we're trying our best to engage you guys, but it doesn't seem to be working. So do you guys have any suggestions on how we can make you guys come here on time every Wednesday? By the way, next semester, I plan on sending out a doodle for the a doodle is it's a website, a scheduling mode to where I would send you guys different times and days to when you could meet. You would just check off boxes, and then that way I can assess, when the majority of you guys can meet. But so if you guys can all meet on Thursdays, how can I get you guys to actually come here on Thursdays at 5:15 p.m. or whatever it be? Does anybody guys have any ideas? I mean, we can't have food all the time. We don't have that big of a budget, but
no,
We
really
definitely
don't. Promise.
please start all the suggestions if possible, because it seems meeting quorum seems to be an issue as the semester dies down. You can
I think like an SGA appreciation club, that's a separate club, and we have to request money from the SGA. But then don't tell people when you're gonna bring food. So then they'd be like, I don't know if it's gonna be this week or next week, but I want to show up, so I'll bring food.
You only find out in the meetings.
Yeah.
Like
You don't
3
know.
mental meetings every semester.
So any serious?
What I think why we were so involved last year was because of us ourselves. Like we thought about a lot of senator projects and it made people engaged, and like we really talked a lot. Like we had a lot of discussion about so many things, and that's how we created more senators. Like that's how you guys recruited me, because I saw some senator projects on campus that I entered like in the mid part of the spring semester. So I think it's like really like up to us. We have to brainstorm like think of ways we can improve the school, and just like it's fun. Like senator projects are fun.
Yeah, no, of course. No, you're absolutely right. And I will say, for those who came to the retreat, you guys brought up some amazing points. Technology, all sorts of things. For senator projects, for things to discuss. But when GA started, no one brought up anything. None of the topics were brought up. Besides Sean bringing up, school spirit, and Melissa bringing up chords, no one's brought up anything on that list. So you guys all have all these great ideas, and no one's bringing them up. So yeah, go for it.
I think that once the school year started, people still had the ideas, but they didn't necessarily have the time to follow up with them after that. So I think one thing that we could do is we could write down all those lines, like all the ideas, and kind of compile a list. And so then, like over this break, or potentially over the summer, if somebody knew that they were going to run again, or they had won the previous elections, then they could start making a plan over the summer for those projects, so that it would be sort of ready, or at least close to completion by the time we got to where we could do something about it.
Considering you said over the break, I will actually be here during the break because I will be working on campus still. So this applies to people who are here and who are also going back home. My office does have a phone. I'm pretty sure most of y'all do have my phone number at this point. So if you have stuff, I'll probably be able to work with y'all and get stuff done. Since I won't have classes during Christmas break, it'll be pretty easy for me to get stuff actually done in that time frame. So anything that y'all guys want to talk about or work on during break, I'll probably be the best person to talk to, considering I'm pretty sure the rest of the e-board is going home.
I'll be around.
Okay.
I'll be around for about half the break. Half one. Go ahead.
And I'll be around too,
Yeah.
working on stuff, because I also got to work on these. So if you ever have any similar questions, just come by the BRC. I'll be able to help.
It's newly fumigated. My question is, if we did, some of us as an e-board or you guys as senators felt the conviction to do research over some of these ideas that we came up with during the retreat and over the course of the semester, would that engage you more next semester in these meetings if we came back and had things going? Because I understand when classes start, it's hard to get things going, but if we had things going, we had a little more traction, and I think we could get more done together. But it's a lot of time, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of red tape through administration and such. And if it's not going to work, then we need to spend our time doing something else. And that's what this is for. It's supposed to be like casual. You can give us like whatever you want as your opinion. Like, just be honest with us. Is that going to be something that's going to sort of encourage you guys to be here and to be involved with this organization? I'm seeing some nods, but I'm not really getting anything back. You don't have to raise your hand. We're just chilling. We're friends right now. I didn't say fam, Divya. She's banned me from saying fam, even though it's my favorite word. So
You just said it twice.
I didn't use it for its intended purpose, though. So it doesn't count. So, sorry, did you ask people a question and I just interrupted?
There's no rules. Go for it.
Yeah, no rules.
So wait, for those who again were in the retreat, you guys. Oh, this is great. Oh, wait. You guys can keep. Hey, I recognize that list. I typed that list.
You want to bring that over here, Pam?
You want tea? Anyone else want tea?
Fam, did you say fam?
I didn't say fam.
No, you said it.
Wasn't me.
I'm not banned.
Oh, I'm banned.
Okay.
That's me.
So during the retreat, you guys said a bunch of great things for topics to bring up over the school semester. These are a couple of things. Do you guys want to add on to it or delete anything?
Yeah, I don't remember where that came from.
What was Dr. Tidwell for? Writing that? We don't remember anything.
No, everything else. I think Dr. Tidwell was like, we were talking about like we need to bring him in, like, and talk to him soon after he gets here about at least the rest of the things on this list, and see how much support we're going to get from him on some of these ideas. And recycling's not up there, but it needs to be. Yeah.
What do you guys think are the main topics that we can, like, when I say main, I mean like 1 to 2 topics that need to be brought up next semester that we can actually fix and, say, oh, 2016, 2017 SGA school year, we did this. Go for it.
I just thought Because when you said something about the garbage cans or like the bins at Fisher Village, I don't mail like labels any longer, but their dumpsters where they're placed are the biggest
Safety hazard.
safety issues, and the doors are open, and I'm literally coming in like this, and that person's walking in the car is coming, and I'm the wreck.
It's an accident waiting to
That is
happen.
the most inconvenient thing. I just need to know. Literally, if they could scoot them back like a foot, it would be so much better. Or just close the doors for the meantime, because it is the biggest safety hazard.
I mean, even with the doors closed, you still can't see.
Because of the fences around the top, which I understand why those are there, it just creates a large blind spot, especially, I know exactly what you're talking about. Someone almost hit me.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, I lived in Eagles too for 2 years, and I completely understand what you're talking about. But see, these kind of problems, you guys need to go to your residence coordinator or whoever it be, dean, try to get a solution for it. And if you can't, or whatever the dean says, come to us and talk to us about it. Because if things like garbage cans or not Wi-Fi, whatever it may be, cameras, we per se can't do anything about it. We can help you. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you. But it would be really nice that before student voice reports, you guys go talk to your deans, talk to your residence coordinator, whatever it be, and find a solution to it and let us know what you fixed or help the constituents out for.
Did we ever look into the putting like a light pole where the the crosswalk is? Because like at night.
Yeah, I know you mean.
I have sent over a bunch of files to Sean so that we can work on that. So it is not a dead topic. It is just tricky because I had to go back and find the original document. And hey, Josh, Christina made a Qualtrics survey for the crosswalk, and I don't have access to that, so I was going to talk to you about that tomorrow.
I don't think I can pull her access, or I can pull that survey, but she can still share those data, and I can duplicate it, and then send it to you. Or
Okay,
send it
I was wondering if she made it through your account or if she had her own.
General.
Okay, then I will get in touch with her because I still have her number. So.
I think we should also do this like the first or second week of school, as soon as we can get an info table in EC at 2 dry erase boards that can be provided by a certain organization. And then put what can SGA do for you to have the students write on that dry erase board what they want.
I like it.
What we can do to help them. Then we just do this a campus voice report that GA, and then we work on it.
Which info table do you want? I'll just make the reservation.
The
The
big
one,
right
yeah, the one
next
at the
to
top of the stairs.
Steven.
Yeah. And I think we should take those ideas, just suggestion for us as GA, and kind of put them in a Qualtrics survey, and then where you can vote on your top 2 things, if we give you a list of things that were brought up by students, things are on this list that have been brought up by you guys, and you pick your top 2 or 3, then the top 2 or 3 that get the most votes are the stuff that we'll focus on, because that's the things y'all pick that y'all really feel need to get accomplished here on campus. I think that's the best way to narrow it down, because this is a lot and it's too much for us to tackle in one semester. That's just the bottom line for that part. And so if anyone, Sean, wants to make a Qualtrics survey that could do that, because you know how, that'd be awesome.
Do you guys have any? Yes, like ours.
Could you be more specific on some of these things?
Yeah.
For example, lights in parking lots, and I don't know what an outlet for a truck or diesel is.
So in the wintertime,
The cold weather to keep the blocks going?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what that is. So that's what that used to say.
Just put plugs for block heaters.
Yeah. And where do you need lights? And where's that other light you were talking about? Eagles Landing?
I don't know where that. I think that light was actually we were talking about the UC parking lot.
I think some of the parking lots, the lights.
I think it was like
some of the
in
parking
general.
lots around campus are like lights. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's what we're talking about. Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that we were talking about adding completely new light poles. I think it was like get a new bulb.
Whenever there's a light out, send me an email. Whenever you see a light out on campus, not in the hallway, little bulb, the big stuff, just send me an email and I'll forward that physical plan on. And then as far as getting Dr. Tidwell up with a list of 20 things, I don't suggest it. His head's going to be spinning when he gets here anyway. I would give him a list of your top concerns, but I wouldn't ask him to do anything.
Yeah. I would suggest we get like a top 3 and then present those when he gets here. And then when Divya has those monthly meetings with him, we can bring up the rest of the small stuff if he's still, not working on anything else for us. So probably like over the break, think about that. Maybe like first meeting, we can discuss what we want our top 3 things to be.
Can I get an idea of what is maybe two things that you guys are wanting to see change on campus?
School spirit's got to be one.
Yeah. Is that something that everyone's really
non-existent?
So then how do we think we can like tangibly change that? Is it like throwing events and like more, because I think, because I agree, school spirit, I don't think we have any actually, but like, I don't know how we would tangibly be like, yeah.
I think like we'll print it for whenever they have to drink basketball season. I think that's a really big deal. Like putting like prizes up for grabs and stuff like that. If the fuzzies comes, hundreds of people come.
Really?
It's like they do something for like one sport, like they don't do anything for baseball, or they don't do anything for volleyball. Like it's all like for basketball or something, and volleyball's kind of just there. And cross country. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, now that Miles is leaving, there's the cross country team's going to lose attendance for sure. Now that Miles is leaving.
Our parents are going to stop showing up. That's everyone.
But it's just like all of our sports except volleyball are like national champions and things, and conference champions and stuff. It's hard.
So what about maybe creating an organization? I don't really like the idea, but if you guys really think we're having that much lack of school, okay, I think that too. But lack of school spirit, maybe create like a school spirit organization. And
I think Senator Ross is trying to do that.
Okay,
I think that's really
Like most high schools have, like my high school had the Mojos. We had Joe Roughneck was our mascot because we were the Roughnecks. And then we had the Mojos. And that was the group that just painted up for games and went crazy.
Yeah, I think it's a great plan.
So I have a quick question. I know that this came up in discussion last year. I think it was either during homecoming or maybe another sporting event. But I know that around at big schools when people go to sports games, for those who are 21 and of age, the sale of alcohol really does increase attendance and things like that. So what's this process for that? Do you have to get a vendor's license?
It depends on your school and your school policy. As far as first off, that would be something that would have to be brought straight to Dr. Tidwell on his approval. And if you were able to get that approval, there would be an infinite number of things after that would have to come through. You would have to go to Dr. Patterson for the athletic director side of that. You would have to go through risk management. You would have to go through permissions. You would have to go through security. You would have to increase the police force. You would have to. So
basically, the school says no alcohol. Basically, the school says no alcohol, and it's not gonna that's rough.
Oh, I don't know. NCAA doesn't allow alcohol. I don't know, for G3 at least. They announce it every time on the when they do announce for G3.
I don't know if the division affects it. It might. I really don't know. But
yeah, I'm not sure.
I know. I mean, it just brings.
I just know when they were gonna have alcohol for homecoming in the parking lot or whatever,
it
wasn't allowed to be on the field.
Did they do that?
Because
no.
As part of the NCAA rule, there's no alcohol that you would have as a parking lot. So I don't know.
And that has never been approved.
That sounds so much more shady. I can't so much worse.
I don't know, because it just brings a number of things. You're gonna have improving sales, obviously.
Trying to say that alcohol's the main thing.
No, it's not the main thing,
So
but
it's like,
realistically,
it's a thing.
it is
Yeah,
a thing,
it's
like,
a-
it
There's
is
also
a thing.
a chance or like little whatever things you do after your swoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that like swoop talents up thing they tried to do, but like they didn't. Nobody endorsed it, so it just kind of like.
I honestly
fell through the
think
cracks.
Divvy's idea
The
about an
sports team is the only
organization
ones that
or
had to do
committee
it.
committed to school spirit will actually be able to get things done because obviously we can't like commit to school spirit like long term and whatnot. But if we can put together a group of people who are interested and willing to go through some red tape and to do things to get traditions and to get chants and stuff. I see you, Abby. It's cool. I think that's a solid plan. If anyone agrees, cool beans. Go for it.
So, thinking like, user here, we'll be in charge of this if you need us to. So like, if we could start a huge, if we could get this big enough, and we can get like a big like student section committee or something, and then I know like all these other schools, they have like diamond dolls. So you have like a group of people that are specifically for girls or something that go to baseball games and like they're all assigned like a player. And so like they help out with like giving them candy or something, a goodie bag before each game or like attending each game.
So they go to the games with the team.
No, I mean they can go by themselves. The players can like the band, like they can be assigned. Everyone's assigned like a player, and then we can have like your basketball babes or something, and then you have guys for volleyball.
Yeah.
And they all sit together in the same section, and they root for their player and the team.
Or like the chant leaders at like games, like
Yeah.
you go out there and get like the entire student section.
John would go up and
But like less dramatic.
For real.
They'd be getting money from SGA.
I mean,
If they were a legitimate organization, they could submit a request just like any other
Well, like,
organization.
my high school, like front along with that, they used to have like a Twitter account, and I don't even still don't know who ran it, but basically be like, okay, so everybody dress up like Indians at the volleyball games or something, and people would just show up just
we have
because.
orange out stuff.
And the more people you got, the more they started trash talking, and so then people enjoy that, so then they like to come for that. Heckling is a real thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's legit.
How I write that?
What we should do for like
Yeah, everyone at the soccer games do like the baby powder thing, and the first goal, everyone like throws up baby powder.
Is that a thing?
No, it is. It's awesome.
Clean up.
our volleyball team was incredible, and so we used to we would have we would have playoff rounds where we would just sweep them. It would just be 3-0 no matter what. And we knew it. So we would bring dustpan and brooms and go in front of the other team student section and sweep. And then we got in trouble because somebody threw the dirt on the next student section.
I found 3 UT system schools that sell alcohol at games. We have UTEP, UTSA, and UT Austin.
So what's the
All
second
D1.
one?
What kind of games?
Yeah.
There's alcohol every.
Okay, so Austin, El Paso, and San Antonio.
The 3 largest. So.
Well, I mean,
What kind of, is it all the sports, like across the board? Or is it indoor?
I don't know. All it just says one of the things I could find coincidentally for we sell beer places where like X amount of schools where you can buy booze at football games. It's like all the lists say. So I haven't found any other information.
Do other schools have, I don't know if anyone would know this, but like SGAs have like a spirit squad type thing, and then like they could be in charge of like a university-wide committee, because technically we do represent the students, so if you could get a bunch of students on a committee.
We have the power to create a new committee or even like a temporary committee. That's in the bylaws.
Also, like your recruitment and stuff like that, like at the very beginning of the school year, like you have events that you do on campus, off campus. You're texting people that you just know, people that you know are coming to Tyler in the fall. Just start like getting really, really involved with them and just getting their attention. Like there's like a lot of like recruitment tactics that you can use to just slowly increase numbers. You know?
Yeah, that's something I think I try to look into for orientation for freshmen.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you guys, so are you guys wanting this to be an SGA-led initiative? School spirit-wise, or do you guys?
Yeah.
Then, like, I mean, we could literally just decide to do this amongst ourselves and it had nothing to do with SGA.
Yeah.
Like,
If
get
that's what
together
I'm wondering, yeah.
in a group and just like mob streets and just be yelling and stuff.
Like,
I mean, at the end of the day, we're still a smaller school. It's like, it's gonna be, you know, like, we're not gonna have the same like school spirit that like A&M and UT have. But like, if we have like you said, like a tradition or something that like is just like divine to UT Tyler, that's just gonna get more people to like be a part of Because I mean, at this point, a lot of people are looking at each other just like they're going to class, they're going home, they're going to class the next day, they're at the library, and if all their friends decide to go to the game, they might show up for a little bit. But, like,
people just like look at their like sports as kind of like jokes too.
Like it's
I think it's hard because we are a commuter school. We do have a higher average age than a lot of bigger schools, a lot of other schools that aren't commuter schools.
But if you just have more students to go out there and make some noise, like
Yeah,
no, I agree.
So if we created a committee within SGA, would you be on it? Would you take the time to be in that committee?
And this would be like a, huh?
Don't know if I want to.
I'm just
But you can be, yeah, if,
The thing that worries me is like people hear that it's SGA and then they'll feel like they're like supposed to be in like the committee or they're supposed to be in SGA, be in this. And like I feel like if it was aside from SGA, but like we came up with it within ourselves, I think more people would be interested. And then if we got like the athletes within the sports to kind of come to, because I know like all the sports at one time during the year do like a Special Olympics type deal. So if we had our committee like going with them to that kind of stuff, that enhances like that type of deal and kind of lets everyone kind of get to know each other and like helps as a student body in general as well.
Okay.
Not only within.
So technically this SGA would not have anything to do with it.
I don't think it.
One of you individually would create an organization or some sort of.
Yeah.
I think it would. I don't think it
should be.
Okay. Okay. Are there any SGA related problems that you guys want to tackle next semester?
I think recycling is a big thing that we need to focus on.
Yeah.
That's mostly being covered already. There's already a committee for it, and there is physical plant involvement. So as far as I know, it should be covered for the next calendar year.
university-wide?
Yeah.
That is the intended purpose. Miles is on that committee. I'll let him speak.
Yeah, so it's the Recycling and Sustainability Committee, and like you said, it's people in charge of pretty much every aspect of campus. So you have, physical plant, people in charge of logistics, people who are changing light bulbs, and they're talking about how much stuff they already do, which was interesting because I didn't know that. Like they already go through and recycle all the bulbs and all of the projectors and things like that. But apparently, we already have in place in the contract recycling pickup through our sanitation. But that's just not something we've activated. It's just not something we pay for, but it's possible. And that was cool to see. It's on its way. We're making efforts to get there. It's just taking a while. And also the faculty senate president,
Lance Williams.
His name. Yes, he was talking about how there are a few aspects of the Board of Regents stipulations that we're not in accordance with, and we're not reporting certain things we're doing on campus, namely things with kind of sustainability. So water usage, things like that. So it's all part of the process. So it's all just about chipping away, moving forward. So.
Anything else you guys can think of? I know last year was Smoke Free Campus.
Recycling this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like going back to what Marcus was talking about with how involved people were last year. I hate kind of that the reason why people were so dedicated to coming was because the issues were controversial. It was a lot along the lines of you knew you had to show up in case something went down and you needed to be there to vote for your opinion. And this time it feels like we are more kind of all along the same thought process. We kind of agree with each other for the most part on a lot of issues because it's not, very polarizing on the issues. School spirit, okay, that's an important topic that needs to be covered, but there's not going to be a lot of people who sit in this room who'd be like, I just don't care about school spirit. I don't think we should even have it.
That's what it takes. I'm in strong opposition to school spirit. And I'm going to vote everything down. You never know. I'm not even going to be here next semester, but I might show up to vote anyway. So you should show up. Just in case I show up. I might run through here like a madman.
In a diaper again?
No, that's not us.
That's not you.
It's not. Okay.
No, definitely not.
What are the rules like with the so I know like at some
That's
big
not
schools,
hazing, by the way, either. Just
like
throwing that
before
out
like the day before like a really big game, like basketball game or whatever. Where I'm from Ohio, so like at Ohio State they have this thing called Mirror Lake. And like before the Michigan game every year, like you'll have like 50,000 kids jump into Mirror Lake. And I know that sounds awful right now. People get scared, but like what's something like I don't know. I feel like if you have more like outdoor like at night events, like starting traditions like that, it doesn't have to be jumping into Harvey Lake. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like the more attention you create, I think at night on campus, you're gonna have a lot more people.
See, I think that's kind of what Midnight Breakfast does. But are you saying like an SGA-led initiative or like what students can do?
No, I mean it can be SGA, but like I mean Midnight Breakfast like. That like it's still happening in the UC like and almost always there's like a 2-hour line. I know a lot of people leave. Like I just think if you utilize like the green space we have on campus because we have a lot of it and we do more things outside. Like a lot of people like coming out to things like that. Like I know when they used to do like the movies outside. I mean I know there's a lot of freshmen that were new like you tell her. But you saw a lot of people come out just because like it's something to do outside or get out of their apartment, get out of school, and go do something.
No, that's a good idea.
Let's all jump in Harvey Lake before the ETBU softball game.
There you go.
Let's go. What would you guys want to see outdoor wise?
What about it?
It'd be cool if we did, you know, some people do, I don't think they do it at schools, but they do the little lantern things and they light them and everybody like lets them go and it looks awesome. It'd be cool if you did like a picture, like if, you know, everybody like took a picture of it, that could be like, you put it on our website. Just really cool. It's really cool.
When does the soccer season start?
Soccer's in the fall.
Like
it just
immediately?
ended.
It starts
Yeah.
Like soccer's normally like going like day one.
August 1st.
Okay.
Preseason is like before school starts.
Yeah.
Well, maybe like towards the end of the year, are you also practicing a lot?
Mostly, yeah.
I was gonna say like maybe we could get a bunch of slip and slides on the soccer field.
You could do the intramural field.
Yeah, you have to use the IM field.
Or whatever, just a field.
Didn't campus do that?
And
yes, we did.
Okay.
So didn't campus do that.
Okay, so
yeah, but it was cold out that day. It was cold.
What about inviting like some of the best dunkers for a dunk contest?
The basketball team already does that. No one showed up. So.
Well, I know I'm talking about like not just on our team. There's some dudes that have ups around here.
I know.
We can just
we have a guy who can dunk on my 3-on-3 team. I'm just saying.
Preston, we're talking about 10-foot rims up.
Okay. I acknowledge that. I think we can dunk on a 10-foot.
School.
I can dunk on a 9.5. I just can't get the 10.
Not the 10.
And it wouldn't be anything fancy unless we're on talking an 8-foot.
I'm talking about turning the trampoline.
I can dunk on a 9.5 foot.
Okay, great. Preston, no one cares. So, anything else?
Shouldn't have given her back the chair. Shouldn't have done it.
Anything else?
I mean, I know we all says every year for parking.
I know. Parking, Wi-Fi.
Forgetting that parking garage
The
though.
parking
Honestly,
is
parking's more an issue than Wi-Fi is. To be totally honest.
okay, there's several parking spots.
It's just parking in front of your building, that's a problem.
Right now it's hard because it's finals week, but I will say I have found a parking spot.
Oh, well, it's always empty too.
Yeah, I feel like lately I've
trails. You gotta go.
It's not that bad because
The trail
everybody's
is
showing up.
showing up.
It's not showing up. You don't have a spot, but at the beginning, and then right now, really difficult.
No, I agree.
Are they doing anything?
No, but there's plenty of spots in the back of Omaha.
What's the rule with faculty spots? Like after 5 p.m.
Yeah, from
After
8 to 5, if you have a student parking pass, no go on faculty spots. After 5 o'clock, you do eat. Yeah, after 5, you do eat. But no, after 5, anywhere you want.
Even when like in front of the library has like the certain people. And
Yeah.
After
5 o'clock is good.
All the time. All the time. Your student.
If you want to go park in Dr. Mabry's spot after 5,
Yeah, unsuspended. Yeah.
I got $108
It was probably because it was before
No, it
5
was,
o'clock.
but I had
Do
to
you
turn
know
I
around.
got a ticket for parking the visitor spot.
Okay, well, that's, I'm going to talk to someone about
I was just wondering.
that. Okay, good.
I was just wondering if that was
Okay, good.
like started.
All right.
This is kind of complete side.
go for it.
But with our parking committee that we have, I'm the only student that shows up to it. I don't know who else is supposed to be on it, but he was like talking about it in our last. It was me. It was like the lead guy, one of our faculty members, and me. And we had like 200 papers to go through. And there's supposed to be other people there. There's supposed to be like 5 of us.
There's people who have been appointed to that.
Yeah, I don't know. I
why they're
appointed
not
people
there.
the first day or first 2 weeks.
He was like, "Are you the only one on this committee?" I was like, "I didn't think so."
No, there's other
Yeah.
people that
So
just
he was kind of like,
not there.
"Dang."
Okay, well, thank you for letting me know that.
It's difficult.
We can find someone else.
Is there anyone interested in being in the parking?
It's really true. We did it twice this whole semester. You get to read some funny stories of people who park in random places.
Oh, put me on the parking committee.
Wait, really?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, sweet.
Why do you never take me serious?
I don't know.
All right. Okay, you know what, I'm not gonna ask that. You can. I, for one, think this was super productive, so this is anyone's last chance to sort of get up, throw away trash, whatnot. Huh?
I mean, we've already got guns on campus, so why not? Okay, can we do it in the UC, like in the theater?
What?
He said a skeet shoot on campus. I say we throw it in the theater.
Yes.
One more thing, I think we should erase or probably put it down on the list of
Yeah. To delete it? Yeah.
Delete it or put it like down on the list.
Professional development.
That was Reggie's, and I think he was talking about like the
And
UC.
SGA. No, he wanted one for like specifically SGA.
Yeah. Okay, guys, it's 6:28, and at 6:30, everyone needs to be in their seats, and Robert's rules will resume so we can finish up new business, announcements, second roll call, and all that
Hold
stuff.
on.
Because discussion has really died down, and this has been going on for about 45 minutes. What do you want? What do you? I'm busy.
Okay, so
at
discussion has
6:30,
died down.
Robert's rules will resume. Please be in your seats.
Don't we have to unsuspend it?
2 minutes ago.
We have to unsuspend Robert's rules?
That's what.
Did she just make the motion?
She made it.
No. The original motion said when the reflection period is over, and I'm saying the reflection period is over at 6:30.
6:30.
Indeed.
Did you say 6:30?
Yes, you just said that.
I don't remember you. I see that.
I said when the reflection period is over, and we just specified that the reflection period is over at 6:30.
You're really stupid.
All right, guys, get back to your seats. Okay, the reflection period is over at 6:30.
And
Great. All right, any other new business? You got 1 minute. Okay, resume talking. I just want to be by the book.
you and your rules.
It's my job.
Yeah.
Trying to follow the rules, guys. I'm very sorry.
I still have a lot to say. Apparently,
If you have a lot to say, you can bring it up in new business.
That's the longest minute ever.
Oh, I don't know. That's only
Just make a motion.
you know.
Hold on, Savannah, can I do that actually?
What? He wants to suspend.
Okay, it's 6:30.
All right, don't. Okay. Any other new business? Okay, advisor comments?
I think what y'all just did was good. I think y'all are talking. Y'all got a lot of things out there. Y'all have some ideas. Now y'all need to start tackling some of those things. There's nothing stopping you from doing that on a weekly basis. I know it has to be in a formal setting, in a formal format, but dude, I want to encourage you to continue to do that. That was productive. This is better than last week, but it just gets you minutes. And so, really, I want to encourage y'all to start off the next semester. Keep this conversation going, continue to make progress. If you are a graduating senior, you are eligible for a graduation stall. If you will please come see me sometime next week, and I will verify that you're graduating and give you an SGA stall. You don't have to have one, but
Preston mentioned earlier that he and Sean are serving on the traditions committee that will address traditions. I have 3 more open spots. If you are interested in being a part of that, please come see me. You do have to be available this Friday, I believe at 10:30. So if you're interested in that, please come see me afterwards. And that is all I have.
Thank you, Dr. Patterson.
Good luck with your finals. Have a great holiday.
Thank you. Any announcements? Okay. Can I entertain a motion to adjourn? For the parliamentary and civil? Motion to adjourn. Second. Okay, all in favor of all in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
All those who oppose?
Aye.
Any abstentions? Okay, Secretary Martin, if you can dispense roll call, please.
President Srinivasan.
Here.
Vice President Tippleman.
Here.
Treasurer Navar.
Here.
Parliamentary Seeley.
Here.
Senator Adebayo. Senator Adeshola. Senator Balaji. Senator Baker.
Here.
Senator Bell. Senator Cantu. Senator Castellanos.
Here.
Senator Dockery. Senator Dyson. Senator Franklin.
Here.
Senator Guy. Senator Hart. Here. Senator Huck. Senator Jawad.
Here.
Senator Jobe. Here. Senator Johnson. Senator Kosich. Senator McDaniel. Here. Senator McLeod. Senator Morales.
Here.
Senator Mosley.
Here.
Senator Brady. Senator Nagarajan. Senator Novak.
Here.
Senator O'Kelly.
Here.
Senator Ramirez. Senator Rivera. Senator Rogers.
Here.
Senator Ross. Senator Saad. Senator Severin. Senator Shaka. Here. Senator Tan. Here. Senator Thomas.
Here.
Senator Zero.
Here.
Meeting adjourned. Yay. Oh, if she wants. I mean, borrow the pencil. Hit record.